had also watched the battle just now and knew that Chu Feng's strength was definitely not that simple. There was strength to be able to stall the Aqua Holy and just let me drag her along. Yes, sir. Xiao Qian had also watched the battle just now and knew that Chu Feng's strength was definitely not that simple. There was strength to be able to stall the Aqua Holy Maiden. So it was a direct yes. However, looking at Chu Feng, whose face had taken advantage of the dull gravity, Xiao Qian secretly swore in her heart that she absolutely had to give the sword-obsessed a quick solution before she could do so. Never let the Duke get hurt. Die for me. Chu Feng. The water fills the sky. The water dragon comes out. 2 dragons playing with pearls. Looking at the mission target that was in front of her, the Aqua Holy Maiden's watery blue spiritual energy surged madly. In the blink of an eye, he summoned his own chain of killing moves, with the blue spiritual energy surging underneath. In an instant, countless streams of water appeared all over the world and the ground, instantly drowning Chu Feng. At the same time, the countless streams of water, supported by the spiritual energy, formed a terrifying 200-meter-long giant dragons in the blink of an eye. Roar! After the water dragon appeared, it roared angrily, and in an instant, it opened a pair of scarlet eyes and stared at Chu Feng in death. In the next moment, the 2 giant dragons were as if they were alive, and with boundless might, they directly bit at Chu Feng. 3 talents sword. Shatter. Chu Feng looked at the water dragon that was rapidly approaching him, and after stabilizing his body, he immediately unleashed his masterstroke. Pust. Damn it, this water dragon is even directly immune to my attack. This is a really difficult guy. When Chu Feng, with expectations, looked at the water dragon, he realized that the water dragon had actually passed right through the sword awnings and was not attacked. Instead, it slammed right into him. Chu Feng, who was unable to react, was directly knocked out, and a mouthful of blood directly gushed out. Roar! The water dragon that turned its head let out another low roar and tore straight towards Chu Feng. I don't believe it. If I can't chop you up, I can still freeze you. For Elephant Sword, Winter Snowfall, freeze for me. Chu Feng moved quickly, and after dodging their attacks, the sword aura in his hand flashed countless cold chi, then rushed to attack the water dragon. Roar or howl of an animal. In Chu Feng's astonished gaze, after this cold air untouched the water dragon, it unexpectedly evaporated directly, causing no injuries at all. Chu Feng, you've cost us so much. Now it's time to return the favor. Go to hell. The blue water is heaving. Entangled. The Aqua Holy Maiden saw Chu Feng dodging the water dragon's attack like a loach. Right away, he knew that he would not be able to take Chu Feng down with those moves, and immediately used the winding character technique. These Mortalization Realm cultivators really aren't guys to be messed with. Each one of them has countless cards. The blue water instantly surged, not giving Chu Feng the slightest opportunity to dodge, directly making him unable to react. It caused him to be directly surrounded by the boundless water currents, entangled in a position where he couldn't move. On the other side, the 2 water dragons charged Chu Feng with boundless killing intent. At that moment, 1 or 2 watched as the water dragon rapidly attacked. Chu Feng knew that if he could no longer find a chance to counteract it, he could be accounted for here. At that moment, Chu Feng's head surged rapidly, thinking of a way. The 3 talents sword. It's exceptionally powerful and sharp, but it has no effect on the flow of water. The 4 elephant sword, tested just now, doesn't work either. The 5 elements sword. Fire overcomes water, but the other party is stronger than me, and it won't work. Void sword? I haven't tried this one, but it's also my strongest sword move. If it still doesn't work, my life will be accounted for this time. Chu Feng's heart lit up, instantly thinking that he still had a move that he had not used. It's you then. Chu Feng had pinned all his hopes on that move. Little mixed sword. Chop. Chu Feng surged most of the spiritual energy inside his body into this move. This time, if it still didn't work, then it was only fair to say that his life was just as good as it was going to be. In a split second, as Chu Feng used this move of boundlessness, space actually appeared to be distorted under the crushing of the mixed-colored spirit power and sword awnings. Chop! It was just that at that moment, Chu Feng had placed his entire mind on controlling his sword moves and did not notice that. One must know that the Little 5 Elements Void Sword was also called the Little Mixed Void Sword. This was a simplified version of the hybrid Void Sword. Its power was a king-like existence in the Transfiguration Mortal Realm and True King Realm. However, Chu Feng was only at the early stage of the Heaven Realm right now, and he had actually used this move. Controlling it alone is extremely difficult, not to mention noticing what's going on outside. What kind of move is this? It's so terrifying. The Bisui Holy Maiden looked at the basilisk-colored sword main that attacked, and looked at the boundless killing moves she had set up in front of her. Surprisingly, it broke right under the opponent's moves. No, it was, shall we say, devastating. with no sign of resistance at all. Looking at this situation, at this time, the Aqua Holy Maiden was also extremely shocked. However, she knew that this was not the moment to be surprised, and at the last second, she instantly dodged the fatal blow. Phew! Chu Feng panted heavily and quickly replenished his aura. This move, the little mixed void sword, directly drained most of the aura from his body. In a moment, Chu Feng's body also had less than 0.5% of its spiritual energy left. This little bit of spiritual power couldn't stop the Holy Maiden of Aqua from attacking. Humph! It looks like you're losing a lot of weight with this move. Ha! The Aqua Holy Maiden dodged far away and observed Chu Feng's situation. That style of Chu Feng's just now had frightened her. If she hadn't reacted in time, she would definitely have been seriously injured even if she hadn't lost her life. Humph! Won't you come over and find out? Chu Feng also knew what the other party was jealous of. Therefore, the current him was absolutely unable to show his timidity, and with a cold light in his gaze, he stared at the Aqua Holy Maiden. The boundless dominance of the performance, as well as the hardness. At this moment, if he revealed the slightest crack, then the Aqua Holy Maiden would definitely rush up and tear him apart. So the best thing to do now was to stalemate and wait for the battle to end on Xiao Qian's side. You think I can't do anything about you just because you don't move? How ridiculous! The Aqua Holy Maiden looked at Chu Feng with an inexplicable light flickering in her eyes. Come on, who's afraid? It's worth it for me, a Heaven Realm cultivator, to exchange the life of a Mortalization Realm cultivator. Chu Feng said coldly. The water fills the sky. Blue dragon out of the sea. Monstrous wave. Kill. Just as Chu Feng had said, the Aqua Holy Maiden valued her own life extremely highly. Right now, there were two people on their side, and they were still existences of the Transfiguration Realm. With that kind of strength, even if he were to consume it, he would be able to decimate Chu Feng. Therefore, there was absolutely no need to exchange one for one with Chu Feng, a person who was bound to die. However, looking at Chu Feng's arrogant, and with a hardened appearance, she wouldn't be a bishop saint if she didn't react and try something. Therefore, when Chu Feng spoke, she instantly unleashed her divine ability and attacked Chu Feng. Pust! Caught off guard, Chu Feng spat out a mouthful of blood even though he blocked the monstrous wave, directly exposing his current state. The blood that was spat out directly exposed the hardened look he had shown earlier, and the state of being hardened. Looking at Chu Feng's wretched appearance, as well as his current state, the Aqua Holy Maiden could not help but reveal an unimpeded look in her heart, and said in a cold voice, Ha, kid, you really can't do it anymore. Now die for me. End of chapter. Chapter 151 Lives on the Line. Chapter 151 Lives on the Line. Chu Feng, who had fallen into danger, did not show the slightest bit of fear, but instead revealed a hint of a teasing expression and said, You're done. What? The Aqua Holy Maiden could not understand, but subconsciously, she waved her hand as a killing move and attacked Chu Feng. Oh, it's late. Chu Feng did not make the slightest evasive movement and stood straight in place. Aqua, pretend I don't exist? Trying to kill my son. Nice try. A figure launched after him, and in the blink of an eye, it appeared in front of Chu Feng, directly blocking these attacks. Where's swordsman? The Aqua Holy Maiden looked at Xiao Qian, who appeared in front of her, with a wary expression. This punk, his strength is still good. He even blocked me alone for so long. Now it's your turn. Xiao Qian smiled faintly, and as soon as she did, she threw a dead dog-like man in front of her. Swordsmith? Looking at this person, Aqua Holy Maiden's face changed greatly, and her heart immediately sought to escape. As for this idea of beheading Chu Feng, she did not have it at all anymore. One must know that Sword Idiot was several times more powerful than her, but now it's surprising to be beaten like a dead dog by someone else. Now that she had this person protecting him, it was not to be thought of for her to want to decapitate Chu Feng. The most important thing now is to stay alive. The blue water is heaving. The water dragon strikes. At that moment, the Aqua Holy Maiden's eyes moved, and countless amounts of spiritual energy surged, striking directly at the two Chu Fengs. Since you want to kill me, let him die with me. The Aqua Holy Maiden had killing intent in her eyes as she chased after Chu Feng. When Xiao Qian on one side heard those words, under her eagerness to protect her master, she immediately blocked in front of Chu Feng. Xiao Qian, don't mind me. She tried to escape. Hearing those words, Chu Feng felt that something was wrong, and he, who was always paying attention to her, immediately noticed something wrong in her eyes. Seeing a different gleam in her gaze, it was immediately clear what the problem was. This person is actually fighting this idea? When Xiao Qian heard this, she immediately rushed towards the Aqua Holy Maiden. Escape! The Aqua Holy Maiden had already fled far away at this point, taking advantage of the opportunity she had just taken. But Xiao Qian looked at the man's fleeing back and sneered. Gongzi, just wait here. She's looking for death if she runs away in front of me. After Qiao Qian finished speaking, she directly chased after him. Looking at its speed, it was not a bit faster than the speed of the Aqua Holy Maiden. Let's hope we can leave these guys behind this time. Chu Feng looked at Qiao Qian, who was moving away, and his face was covered with killing intent. These guys, 3 times over, had laid so many ambushes to assassinate him. If you don't give them a little lesson, do you really think that he, Chu Feng, is easy to bully? Oh, this one's a real 9 to 1. After checking the condition on his body, Chu Feng could not help but sigh with emotion. This time he was not only struck by the Aqua Holy Maiden's attack on his body, but with the last stance, he also damaged the meridians inside his body. This is no small injury. Little Gold, take me to a safe place. I need to heal. Chu Feng released the Golden Eagle and told it to hurry up and carry itself out of here. The noise of the battle here was not small, and he had just left the secret realm by about 100 miles. That distance is perfectly capable of being felt by others. If someone else notices the commotion over here by then and runs over to join in the fun, seeing that it was himself, Chu Feng believed that those people definitely did not mind beheading him. The Golden Eagle let out a shrill whistle and supported Chu Feng as he directly left the spot, took off in the direction to the left of the coquette's pursuit. In a short while, Chu Feng arrived in a dense ancient forest, with Little Gold leading the way. He found a hidden spot directly above the canopy of a large tree. A series of formations were set up and hidden. Just heal your wounds here, Little Gold. Just help me keep watch. Chu Feng took out a bottle of healing elixir and said to the Golden Eagle. The Golden Eagle gave a cheerful shrill to show that he understood. Unconsciously, an hour's time passed by. Chu Feng also opened his eyes at that moment, and his eyes contained a vigilant expression. At this time, he hadn't fully recovered, but there was no way around it because the Golden Eagle was rapidly gripping his clothes at this time. Eyes alert, he looked ahead. Chu Feng, it's unthinkable that I would find this place, isn't it? Absolutely let you die here now. The first thing Chu Feng, who opened his eyes, heard was this. Nangong Chen, why are you here? Looking at the Nangong family leader who had a murderous look on his face, a helpless look appeared in Chu Feng's eyes. He couldn't have imagined that he had dodged left and right, and had made so many means of defense. I can't believe I'm still being approached by someone else. Oh, little brat, I'm not going to say anything more to you. Now you're going to die here for me. After Nangong Chen checked around and realized that Qiao Qian was truly not here, the killing intent in his eyes was directly exposed. Straight away, he drew a large knife out. Bastard heavenly blade technique. Chop. Without Lai Chu Feng threatening as well as explaining, Nangong Chen killed over. Jean, prepare to escape. Looking at the killing Nangong Chen, a sad look flashed across Chu Feng's heart, and then, ignoring the injuries inside his body, he violently raised a mouthful of aura. Little 5-element sword. Block for me. After one move, Chu Feng did not look at the result and directly jumped onto the Golden Eagle's back. The Golden Eagle, however, had been prepared under Chu Feng's reminder. Once he was up there, the Golden Eagle took off straight away. Put. Nangong Chen's move directly destroyed Chu Feng's 5-element sword, and then with a fierce attack, it chopped at his back. The fierce attack directly caused Chu Feng to give a mouthful of blood to spit out. This powerful impulse that landed on the Golden Eagle's back directly caused his body to not be able to follow the cavity. But the Golden Eagle followed this thrust 6 and also quickly escaped and left. Looking at the faraway man and a statue, Nangong Chen's face was grim, and with a strong killing intent, he viciously shouted, "Damn it, don't run, little brat. If you have the ability to fight your grandpammy for 300 rounds. But Chu Feng was not a little cutie. Seeing that he couldn't be defeated, how could he still stay where he was and not run away? He didn't believe that anyone in the world would really come to his rescue. Damn it, I have to hurry up and decapitate these two guys before I can do so. Otherwise when that dead woman Xiao Qian comes back, I definitely won't be able to escape." Immediately, Nangong Chen infused spiritual energy under his feet and ran his flying technique, chasing after Chu Feng. Looking at its speed, it was a cut above the Golden Eagle's speed. Under the pursuit of one person and one beast, at that moment, Chu Feng's entire body was already dissatisfied with tired injuries. Looking at Chu Feng's injuries like this, Nangong Chen could not help but increase his speed and shouted in his heart, soon, I'll be able to cut this fellow down. Just now, I shouldn't have just let Qiao Qian chase after the Aqua Holy Maiden. If she was there, such a jumped-up existence wouldn't have dared to take a shot at me." At that moment, Chu Feng regretted it to death, and should not have let Qiao Qian go out to chase after the Aqua Holy Maiden. During the chase, he also learned that this Nangong Chen in the back was following directly behind them after they left. Witnessed the departure of the coquettes and their ambush. When he saw Qiao Qian leaving, he was still afraid that Qiao Qian had not really left, so he waited for half an hour before coming out to chase him. "Die for me." Suddenly, A blade light, which appeared directly in front of Chu Feng, chopped down at him,